You're about to watch another exciting episode of the Dungeon Run, but did you know that you can actually be part of the adventure? Tune in live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and you can make your voice heard and help determine the fate of our adventurers. Hope to see you there.
Forbidden, welcome to the Dungeon Run, friends. This is Forbidden, our Call of Cthulhu campaign. We ended last episode with some stunning revelations, and I just couldn't leave these beautiful players hanging for any longer. Jaws were on the floor, and as much fun as that is for me, you know, I'm sorry, Lexi. Our amazing Rachel is currently gallivanting across France at the moment. So Lorelei won't be joining us tonight, but she'll be back real soon, and she sends her love. I can't wait to get started. Ron, would you tell us about some sponsors?
Yeah. Absolutely, I would be proud to, Morgan Peter Brown. We are sponsored by Die Hard Dice, the place to go for gorgeous dice and accessories with free shipping on all orders $40 or more. They are the place to go for your favorite math rocks. Take advantage of their farewell summer fire sale going on right now. Up to 50% off a massive amount of their amazing trove of dice, tabletop accessories, Magic the Gathering lifelink counters, and so much more. Don't forget to use our coupon code DungeonRun, capital D, capital R, all one word, at checkout for a discount on us. We are also sponsored by Eldritch Foundry. Beautiful, detailed minis now available pre-painted. So many options, customizations out the wazoo, and they have poses. You'll be amazed with the looks you can create. Reminder, they've got their new bust mode, when you can immortalize your favorite characters in gorgeously printed Roman-style busts. Get bigger, bolder, and bustier with their new bust mode.
That's their language. I just want to be clear. Bigger, bolder.
Yeah.
Had to use it. It's funny. I like it.
It's fine.
But bust mode is cool.
Bust mode. Use Eldritch Foundry and make your characters' minis epic. And be sure to use our discount code, The Dungeon Run, capital TDR, at checkout for a discount on us. Our show is made possible by Patreon. Go to patreon.com/The Dungeon Run for all the incredible bonus content. For just $5 a month, you can get access to cool behind-the-scenes content and our after-show short rest, exclusive only to you patrons. Exclusive VODs and updates, free interactivity, and a spot in our exclusive D&D campaign run by none other than the beautiful man Morgan Peter Brown. Ooh. There's so many rewards at all the different levels. Check it out. Hey, new patron shout out. Welcome, Jeremy Viali.
Hey.
Right?
Yeah, I believe so. Yes, they spell it very fast.
VIE, I guess. VIE?
Sure.
There's so much more to be had, fun to be had. Get over to patreon.com/The Dungeon Run. Morgan.
Ron and I actually mentioned this last week, but next week we are really excited because next week is going to be part one of a special 2-part Forbidden event that we shot in our new space, friends. We mentioned this on the stream last week. Ron plays. I remain the keeper, but it's 3 new characters and 3 new players. We can't wait to show you all. I will tell you that this started off as a fun, let's see if we can do this, and we needed to shoot some more stuff in the space. Guys, I could not be more thrilled how it turned out. And I'll give this away because I think I even saying it during the taping. I originally only planned it to be a 1-shot, and it was so good. I was like, this is a 2-shot now. I could have rushed it to the end, and I was like, no, this is too good.
And we all discovered it at the end of the first 1-shot.
Yes, because I was like, we're stopping there because this is too good. Yeah. I could end this in the next 30 to 40 minutes, and I don't want to do that to these characters. They're too good. So we are calling it, we'll be announcing it on all of our social medias tomorrow or Friday, but it's called Past Tense. That'll give you kind of an idea about what it's about. It's a very spooky, heady time, you know, that we love. And it's featuring Ron, myself, Iris Liu, Sydney Rubino, and Giselle LeBlue Gant. All of them new players to our table. Giselle previously played Baldur's Gate with us last year, and she's so much fun. But you're going to love this table. We had such an amazing time, and we're going to be premiering it next week. Yes, and it might have some connection to this story. Different time, different place.
Whoa.
But you know how we like to tie some threads together around these parts.
Indeed.
Anyway, where was I? We are an interactive show, as you might know, or if you're new here. You have the chance to affect our story in unique and surprising ways. Use our custom Twitch extension, or the link you can find in the About section of our Twitch page. Or you can just go to streamelements.com/thedungeonrun/tip. Now, there are 2 ways to help or challenge our players. You can choose to give bonus or penalty dice for any player or the keeper. It's just like advantage and disadvantage, where we roll twice and take the better if it's a bonus, or the worse if it's the penalty. Also, you can gift any player the power of luck. We are giving you the option of adding 10 luck points to any player's stash that they can use to turn a failure into a success. Now, if you're patrons, reminder that every month if you are at a certain level of patronage, you have free interactivity that you can cash in. And as a matter of fact, I have here, it's a new month since our last show, and I got a bunch new. Merry Christmas to you guys. Diarmuid.
Oh.
Idaho Judd has gifted you with 10 luck points.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Eden, Angel Devilson has gifted you with 10 luck points.
Beloved. Amazing.
And Surena, or Charlotte, Tuo Mask has gifted you with 10 luck points. Oh, you're
I was muted. Thank you.
Serena was ill last week. If she sounds a little froggy this week, it's absolutely
froggy.
You know, it works. She's making it work.
Yeah.
Little Kermit.
But a reminder to either message us on Patreon or message amazing Angel Devilson. You can message her on Twitch, who's our best mod, and she can let me know how you would like to cash in your free interactivity. Yeah, okay. I think that's it. I don't know, guys. It's been
It's been a while.
Can we take a breath for a second before we start tonight? I just want to.
Yeah.
Hey, you know it's bad when the world feels like a Call of Cthulhu game.
I mean,
Yeah.
everybody,
Yeah.
and I mean everybody makes
Everybody.
sanity roll.
Yeah, literally.
Anyway, Alex, let's get into it. Let's hit the forbidden, shall we? The last time we were together, a celebration of survival gave way to questions about the future, and a long-held secret finally began to make its way into the light. Having walked away from their deadly confrontation with the maniacal and murderous psychic form of Memphis the Great, with their bodies and minds somehow still intact, our team of investigators escorted Harold Hawkins, Memphis's former apprentice, back to the home of Ingrid Schwartz, his fiancée and Memphis's own daughter. He had a lot to confess to Ingrid, after all, as it had been Harold who had killed Memphis on a fateful night almost 2 months ago, allegedly in self-defense. But Harold only succeeded in destroying Memphis's corporeal body. As it happened, his psychic presence was simply too strong, and aided by his connection to the enigmatic and terrifying outer demon known as Yog-Sothoth, Memphis had been slowly working these last few weeks to torment and ultimately possess Harold, expelling him from his own body and taking control of the younger magician. But with that threat now seemingly gone, it left behind a cornucopia of questions. Firstly, the team, aided by Ingrid, convinced Harold to turn himself into the authorities, for the sake of everyone's protection as well as his own mind. But before he strode into the police station to confess, Eden did not let him go without a dire warning. He was lucky after all, and with her ribs still cracked from where he had hit her with his car, Eden stated plainly that if he were to pursue these dark magics any further in the future, there might be a deadly reckoning. Once they were able to get themselves patched up, some at more conventional establishments than others, and at least on the road to recovery, Eden, Charlotte, Diarmuid, and Lorelei deserved a night of rest and revelry. And revel they did. After many drinks were had, the party's minds turned to that solitary transdimensional cabinet, currently sitting on its face in the dirt in Lorelei's rooftop garden. What was to be done with it? Where could it take them? What might come through from the other side? But some of these answers would have to wait for a night where our four heroes were maybe a little less inebriated. Another matter arose when they received a call from Lady Flora Milligan, the Scottish royal and employer of Eden, who was calling to check in on her beloved game warden, but also because it seems that Scotland Yard had given her a ring. Apparently someone, perhaps a neighbor, had witnessed the lady's automobile, the one currently being driven by Eden, outside the house of Memphis the Great shortly before it had caught fire and burnt to the ground. Maybe because of a bomb Diarmuid left in there, maybe. Allegedly. The authorities would need some questions answered of their own. But perhaps weighing most heavily on the minds of the investigators was the question that had brought them to this particular mystery in the first place. That being the matter of Eden's uncle Monty. Monty had been the whole reason they'd allowed themselves to be drawn into this dangerous and dizzying maze. After 3 young criminals in his employ had been killed breaking into Memphis's house. He knew something strange was going on, something the police had missed, and as payment he offered up something truly valuable indeed. A key to a safety deposit box that had once belonged to Eden's father, the same man who'd gone missing years earlier after struggling with his mental health and suffering a violent episode on a fishing excursion with Eden, leaving her floating in the open water offshore as he drove his boat away, never to be seen again. The meeting with Monty was fraught with tensions, spoken and unspoken, with Eden and the others doing their best to explain what had happened to Monty's young charges and who was responsible. But despite Monty's attempts to keep himself attached to Eden, reminding her that he was the only real family she had left in the world, she remained steadfast in her rejection of his kind of life, and with her friends by her side, she took the safety deposit box key and left Monty behind. As the quartet arrived at the location of the safety deposit box, it remained a mystery of what they could even expect inside. Eden's father hadn't been himself for some time before he disappeared. And Monty had even confessed he could make no sense of it. But nothing could prepare them for the new mystery that would be unlocked when they opened that box. At first, there were copious photos and memories of Talia, Eden's mother, a tall and striking woman just like her daughter, along with a clipping of her obituary from when Eden was a child. But beneath those memories was another folder, containing maps and illustrations, frantic notes, and manic research pertaining to different lighthouses along the eastern coast of Great Britain and Scotland. Finally, there was a photograph of a solitary lighthouse, occupying a small rocky island surrounded by the dangerous North Sea. And written on the back of the photograph was a name, Hallowsay. Through Eden's confusion, she saw a look of horrible recognition cross Lorelei's face at the sight of this unfamiliar name. You see, Lorelei had seen that name Hallowsay before, printed on the transom of the boat her husband had boarded 2 years ago. The very boat that, along with everyone on board, had never been seen again since that day. The strands of fate make a beautiful web sometimes, don't they? That was where we ended last time. But if you'll allow me, I'd like to tell you a little about what happened next. Lorelai's reaction to this discovery was obvious to you, her friends, as the color drained from her face. And with some questioning, you were able to understand why she had responded this way, that this bizarre turn of events felt like a ghostly hand reaching into her chest and holding her heart in an icy grip. You all knew that Waleed, her beloved husband, had gone missing these past 2 years, but beyond that, you were unaware of much of the details. Lorelai did her best to explain, but she was overcome with the hows, the whats, the wheres, the whys of it all. The infomania she had recently developed as a result of her occult studies had once again taken hold, and her brain was positively spinning with all the unknown circumstances that could lead to this most strange of coincidences. The next day, she left quietly in the morning before any of you had woken up, leaving a pot of tea and a tidy breakfast for you and a note. Gone to the library. Don't wait up. And that had been her pattern the last 2 days now. Whatever brief interaction you'd had with her was pleasant. She'd return a smile or even a hug, insisting she was fine. But behind those eyes, her mind was a million miles away. That leaves the three of you to your own devices for the time being. There's certainly some matters to attend to, Scotland Yard, for instance. And Charlotte, I believe you have a magic lesson coming up. But,
I do. I really do. I forgot.
Yes, you do. But why don't we check in on how everyone is feeling? How have you spent these? It's now been, we'll say, almost a week since that fateful night at the House of Memphis.
I think Eden is dazed, wandering, staying as close by as she can to anyone who will have her company. But I don't think that she's herself. I think she's like, anytime if Charlotte were to, like, Charlotte goes out and gets something to eat, Eden will gladly volunteer to go. But every time you catch her gaze, she is like 1,000 yards away somehow. And I think especially when we're as a group hanging out, if it comes up like, oh, does anyone want tea? Does anyone want food? Anything like that? Eden's the first to like offer to go do it. And she is just like standing over the sinks and like staring at her face in the water and pouring the water into a teapot and letting it boil and doing all of this stuff. She's just like kind of gripping the world, just white knuckling the world right now. And so she's constantly like trying to find reasons to get away from the group. But she also doesn't want to be without them. So I think it's just she's almost like a ghostly presence for the next week.
Make a sanity roll.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh, a 2.
Nice. Even with a 2, I think you still lose 1 at least.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
There's
think
there's a visible crack in the 4 of you. Nothing personal, nothing actively driving you apart. It's just these ramifications, these mysteries coming to light seem to be pulling you all in a myriad of directions.
Similarly, Charlotte is cleaning a lot. So it's just like anything that needs to be tidied, she is on it because Charlotte needs to stay busy. So it's not that it's any disconnect exactly with like the rest of the crew, like in an interpersonal thing. It's just that Charlotte needs to do stuff because if she stops swimming, then she has thoughts.
Yeah. Diarmuid.
I think Diarmuid is probably surprisingly the complete opposite of both of those things. I think he's very active. I think he comes and goes a lot. He is probably protective of where he's going if people ask him. Mostly have to go to the agency, there's other jobs to do, that kind of thing. But mostly I think what he's doing with that time is gathering information on Scotland Yard and what they know.
Interesting. As a matter of fact, there is something that I want to retcon slightly from last time. There was a lot of information to give away, and there was something that I do think we would have covered. I know Diarmuid wanted to know. I think you would have remembered to do this before Harold turned himself in, that being the matter of where he buried Memphis's body. I will say, to the best of his ability, Harold gave you directions on a map to a location to the northeast of London, out past Enfield in a wooded, undeveloped area. He left it there, destroyed by magic, and actually now, Diarmuid, now that you have that journal of hastily written down spells that Harold stole from Memphis, that Claws of the Void spell, the one that makes it sound like the wound might like you were able to understand just by reading it that this was the spell that Harold was using to destroy the house. It almost would look like a grizzly bear would take a chunk out of the wall or something. But through your, I think I said last time, through your occult knowledge and through your reading of things, you were able to understand that through his connection to Yog-Sothoth, Memphis was able to survive, at least psychically, this attack.
And I'm assuming that Harold told the police of where it's at.
What would you have told him first?
I would have told him
if he
to
tells
tell
you
them.
this. Okay. Yeah.
Because I cannot go to the body, like that's easy to start make me look suspicious.
1,000%. But I didn't want to presume anything.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I've learned long ago not to try to guess what Ron Ogden is thinking.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that, but I think some of it is also like preparing the agency and letting them know that I'm going to be having this conversation. They're going to probably want to know all of this information, especially if I want to keep my license or whatever it is that however it is handled. And most of it will probably be hey boss and those of who are my contacts from the agency, what do you know of this person, that kind of stuff. So because ultimately we were there legitimately. So of course the car is going to be seen outside the place. It blowing up afterwards, I don't know. Did you talk to the guy who murdered the dude?
Right. That's a very good point. And I think in your research you had already started to come up with this somewhat last time, but you're looking into Scotland Yard again. It kind of centers around the investigating officer, this Inspector Joseph Edwards, who
I also would be looking for things that I could possibly use as leverage against him if absolutely necessary. If it comes down to it. Yeah, I'm not going to be unprepared for, okay, do I have to get really dirty about this? Does he know too much that we can't get out of it that I have to actually, threaten him or a variety of, the questionable uses of the agency?
Give me a luck roll.
Cool.
It's interesting.
It's more of a, plan D. Plan C. Time for plan C. Luck roll, right? Straight roll?
Yes. Oh, you have, sir, bonus die from Idaho Judd.
Thank you, Idaho Judd. All right. Luck roll, all right. $23 under 70.
Okay.
Let me check.
That's a hard success.
Let me check. Yeah, 23 under 70.
Okay. You do a lot of digging, and you look at you do a lot of checking on this, and you don't come across anything really worth grab it. You know, anything that would stick.
He's a good investigator.
He's a good investigator and seems to be, by all accounts, a principled man. Have you found, did you find one or two corners cut here and there?
Sure.
Maybe.
But nothing major.
Nothing major, nothing enough to hold over him that you think would give you any leverage.
What about his direct superiors?
In that regards, he does seem to be well regarded enough that he doesn't seem to have a regular report.
Okay.
Besides, just very
I mean, more of like his superiors. Do they have anything that's bad on them so that I can put pressure on them if I need to?
I think you might need more time for that.
Okay, fine by me. Yeah, just questions.
No, sure, absolutely.
And I think towards the end of that time period, it would be a lot of Eden. We may need to have your lady on a back call and ready to go in case things start not going our way.
She has already offered her service to us, so.
She has. Well, that's great.
Well, then why'd I spend this whole week doing all this work then?
Well, you didn't talk to us about the work you were doing.
Well, because I did, plausible deniability and all that.
I feel like if we communicated, then...
I'm sorry.
It's no, my gosh, don't apologize. But Lady Milligan, she,
Are you okay there? You seem to be a little faint.
What?
You faint. You look like you're about to faint. Are you okay?
No, I am fine. I'm just saying that if Lady Milligan has various connections here, then perhaps she can introduce us to those connections. And you, Eden, can call her with her phone number that you have.
Yes. Well,
what
she...
To recap where the phone call left off, basically,
exactly,
the immediate need is that Scotland Yard knows that her car was seen at his house right before it blew up. And she received a phone call. So they are waiting for a response from somebody. And there is that I will say is fairly immediate and needs of some kind of a response.
Yeah. So
we should respond. And then.
But what do we say?
We were there legitimately.
That's true.
We were asked to be there. No story. She literally asked us to be there.
Oh, you know what? That is true. That is true. That is true.
And that's the easiest way to lie, is to tell the truth.
Yes.
Slightly sideways.
Okay. Well, then we should go tell...
Well, we all need to sort of have our...
ducks
in a row. Thank you. Yes. Ducks in a row, or geese, or, canards, whichever you were.
Canard? What's a canard?
A male duck, I believe.
What?
It might be a type of duck. I'm not a duck aficionado. I don't know. I just know the word.
It was a good word. I was surprised.
Canard.
Yeah.
It feels like an insult. Oh, look at that guy. He's a canard over there. Sorry, I try to use humor to make things that seem less bleak, and I hope it's working. I don't know that it is.
Are you okay, Diarmuid?
So I'm just gonna I'm going to be very honest with you.
Yeah.
I've got a lot of anger, and I'm trying not to show it around all of you.
Have you heard of squeeze therapy?
As he's squeezing his own beard, you can see that his knuckles are still
Oh,
raw and red, as if he
Oh.
is constantly. They are starting to look a little gnarly, actually.
and
I would just want to make real quick a makeshift stress ball.
you
It's just
find
like a towel or something.
yeah, like a hot water bottle or something along those lines to find something just good
Oh,
to squeeze.
look at that! That's
When you feel
entirely not
angry,
enough.
just
That's great.
squeeze it so hard.
And Charlotte, you look down at his hands. I mean, and it's hard not to flash back for a moment to watching Diarmuid in that fit of rage, literally pounding these hands against what seemed to be the corporeal form of Yog-Sothoth.
Yeah, I think it's sort of like a hand of the water bottle. Our hands touch a little bit, and I see how like awful it is. Yeah, when you just squeeze it when you're feeling bad, okay?
Sure, I'm sure that'll work. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you too.
So
So our
I
ducks.
Right.
Let's-
So a ducks in a row. I think it makes sense since I work for an agency and she essentially hired us, or rather she hired me and I hired you to help. Would make sense that I go and see them and sort of give a lay of the land. What helps is that we got him to turn himself in and he'll testify to that fact. But honestly, if they start asking questions, I'm going to lay it at his feet. Did you ask the man who murdered the man?
I feel like based on everything that you're saying, maybe you are the one that talks. I think you should be the talker to
The thing about that is, if we get into a situation where he starts pressing me on things I don't have answers for, my only tool is to get angry.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Which is not going to look real innocent.
No.
Right.
Okay. Well, so how about this? When you get angry and you start feeling it bubble up, you can make a gesture or say something and I'll jump in.
The distraction. I like it.
Yes. I could be distracting or I can provide additional information that you have that or don't have.
Right. The doctor says, I like it. I like where you're coming with this. This is good. Eden, how you feeling? You're looking concerned and maybe a little sad.
Oh, I'm not sad.
Oh.
Mostly concerned, I would say. I didn't mean to get Lady Milligan caught up in this, and this is turning. I thought this would just stay between the four of us, and it was so nice when we got to kind of drive away from everything that happened at the golf, whatever that was called. It was nice to be able to turn away and be able to agree with each other that we weren't going to bring it up ever again. It means something, well, kind of hard to accept that with the police.
Perhaps this is the last time, right? I mean,
Do you want me to lie to you, or do you want me to tell you what I truly believe?
Do you have a strong opinion?
I think this is just the beginning, if I'm honest.
The beginning?
Well, of course. Charlotte,
I
broke my hands on an other entity's face.
Yes, and we let the other entity just, I don't know, be there. You're right, probably, but that's not. That's a later thought. A now thought is what we do now, right?
Right.
Because I'm not going to delve into the mysteries of this guy? Are you?
No.
I don't want to think about it, whatever it is, any more than I already am every fucking day of my life. Sorry. I'm very sorry.
It's okay. No.
You can see him. He's about
Just
to pop this thing that you're literally
rip
giving
it
to him, that you
out.
gave it to him.
Yeah.
His fingers are in. I mean, you could even his expression of anger probably does not convey the actual amount of anger that you can see in him when he gets angry. So the anger is not at you. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have yelled or raised my voice.
It's okay. I don't. We're all not okay. We could pretend to be okay, but as a medical professional, I will say in my observations, all of us collectively are doing bad, just so bad, and
Relatable.
So
Where do you think the energy's coming from?
So we have to support each other and lean on each other right now because we're the only ones that know what happened. And so you're going to lead. I will follow as support. And we were there because we were supposed to be there because someone hit you with a car, Eden, and you have an injury to prove that as well. And the audience also as witness to this very strange way we ended the show. So I think that we're going to go in there and we're going to tell the truth and it's going to be okay.
I mean,
Surena,
we're telling
I
you.
just need to say Surena and Charlotte completely blurred there for me for a second. It's like, wait, what? No, the audience. You're talking about Harold's show. Yep.
Yeah.
Yes. Harold. No, Harold.
I had to catch up too. I was like, wait,
Yep.
what?
No, I'm so glad because I was like,
Yeah.
wait, what?
Was like,
Okay.
oh, right.
Yo,
The
that
magic
show
in which
Right.
Harold
ran away.
ran
I thought you were
away.
gonna-
Straight
And the
up
people
ran
watching
away.
us right now. The people
No.
watching
100%.
they can totally testify to it.
So I'm
We're
so
telling
glad.
the truth. You at home, we're telling the
I'm-
truth.
I'm so glad because chat thought it was a fourth wall break as well.
No,
you-
it wasn't a
you-
fourth
no,
wall
I
break.
realized
It
how
wasn't. It was about the
Surena
magic show.
I was like, you're right.
Let's take a breath.
Audience, will you please talk to Scotland Yard? Come on,
Okay.
Please, we need witnesses.
please.
No, but the stage was wet. I had to awkwardly end the show by bowing. It didn't go over well,
He
and they had
ran
to
away.
shut the curtains.
Right, and he ran out the door.
Yeah.
He did. He was
When
gone.
he knew someone was looking around and snooping, he
Yes.
ran out the door, which,
And he's
hey,
already turned himself in, so that
Right.
is the actions of a guilty conscience, I would say.
a jealous man.
Ooh, sorry. I thought we were gonna build stuff like a jealous man. Yes, but we shouldn't speculate too much because we don't
Oh,
know
yeah.
him.
Yes, but it's
Right.
also a tactic,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
I'm an agency man, so my job is to get information and give it to people who need it. So if I tell him I think it's a jealous man, that's just my opinion.
Ah,
Interesting.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, I think this all makes sense, and I think that we should go as soon as possible, right?
I was thinking
After breakfast.
Yes,
mean, I can-
absolutely.
Shouldn't I believe I'm supposed to call him.
Oh,
I'm not sure. Lady Milligan basically said that he called her, and so I think that all we would need is just to get his number and.
If you would have returned his call, he would have attempted to schedule an appointment for you to come in for questioning.
Okay. Well, I mean,
All of you, and this is not in this moment. I imagine this conversation is happening in the middle of, but over the last 24, 36 hours, everybody roll a spot hidden check for me.
oh, you know him about this.
This is kind of we're in this fascinating, I really like the way Call of Cthulhu handles time. It's very fluid. Sometimes we'll spend multiple episodes on a couple hours, and then sometimes weeks will go by in the matter of a day.
What does it mean when I have all zeros?
That's a hundo. Mhm.
Well,
Awesome.
if I'm gonna fail, I guess it's fine on a spot hidden.
That's a real bad failure. Okay, got it. I'll get to that in a second. That's we call that a fumble.
Okay.
Yes.
20 under 75.
Nice.
82 over 34.
Eden, on one of these solo sojourns
Mm-hmm.
outside, running errands, doing whatever you can to be helpful, but also just trying to calm and distract your mind as much as you can. This morning, we'll say, you glimpse on the cover of a newspaper, body of famous magician found. Memphis the Great murdered.
I will grab a newspaper, pay for it, of course, and then take it to the group. I guess I'm also curious, what did the paper saying happened?
The paper is largely in the midst of its reporting. There's only so many details that it's giving, but it does mention that a suspect is in custody, and that they believe that this famous world-renowned magician for the last couple decades died by foul play.
Interesting. It's something, it means something that is in the newspaper. Jeez, and they found Memphis, because that means us telling Harold that he needs to say something worked. Yeah, I think I'll just bring this back to the group and just say, I guess it's bigger than us after all. I'll just toss the paper on one of the tables. I think the sooner that we can give them the closure that we actually were there on a mission, the better. But
Oh boy.
So you have your breakfast in Lorelei's flat, doing your best to, make yourselves presentable. You know that I'll re-say that Eden is the one whose name they know. Eden would have been the one whose name that the Lady Milligan gave, because she is technically the holder of the vehicle, so to speak. And that's the only connection that they have, and how they got to Lady Milligan was through the registration in that car, the plates. But it's a rainy day, and the streets are gray and slick as a thin mist clings to the cobblestones outside of Scotland Yard. The building itself looms through the fog, big, solid, imposing, unmistakably official. It's near the Thames, so the sound of the river outside the front is oddly not calming. The stone facade has been blackened by years of soot and smoke from the city's industry, and policemen in dark gray coats patrol near the entrance, their boots clicking sharply against wet pavement. Approaching the yard is not merely an arrival, it is the crossing of a threshold into a machinery of order. You make your way inside, you report to a sergeant, a desk sergeant. Say who you're there to see. And you wait for a short while in an antechamber for Inspector Edwards. Is there anything else conversation or anything, I want to make sure before we start this conversation, is there anything else that...
I think Diarmuid made it very clear to Eden that she can just, as soon as he starts asking questions, just point in my direction because she's basically working for me.
Okay. Eventually, this man appears. Inspector Joseph Edwards, we greatly appreciate you coming in, and he'll go to Eden first. He's dressed in a three-piece suit without the jacket, a tight and well-groomed gray mustache on his face. I described him a few episodes ago when he met with Melody, my honest character, actually. He has a stalwart energy, a patient man, with an admittedly hard face but kind eyes. But he'll... Yes, hello, pleasure. And you are, and Diarmuid, he'll shake your hand.
Diarmuid O'Raleigh.
O'Raleigh?
Agency man.
Yes. SDI?
Indeed.
Huh. Well, I'm very curious as to what brings you here today, but I'm sure we'll get to that. And you are a madam. Charlotte, he'll look at you.
Oh, hello. I am. My name is Charlotte. I am an associate of Diarmuid.
Ah, excellent. And Miss Danforth, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I greatly, as I said, appreciate you coming in. The Lady Milligan speaks very highly of you.
Of course. I mean, I think that we absolutely did not mean to take this long to get back to you.
Ah, understood. Well, it is a curious business. Come with me. But he shows you back past several busy desks and glass-walled offices before arriving at one with his name on the door, Inspector Joseph Edwards, letting you inside. It's a little overwhelming in its officiousness, all of it going on. Well, as you might have heard, we received a report from the neighbors that an automobile currently unknown to you, Miss Danforth, from the Lady Flora Milligan of Angus County, Scotland, was spotted outside the residence of Mr. Axel Schwartz, also known as Memphis the Great, a few nights ago. I don't know if you'd seen in the papers, but the body of Mr. Schwartz was found just a day or so ago outside of London. So, as you might understand, we are certainly trying to investigate every bit of this strange occurrence as we can. Were you in possession of the vehicle in question on that evening?
Yes, I was. We were...
And you were at the house?
Yes, we were actually asked to be there.
By whom?
His daughter.
Ingrid.
Ingrid Schwartz. Yes, we've spoken with her. Ingrid Schwartz hired you, Mr. O'Raleigh? Is that?
Yes, in a way. We were talking with her for a different reason, and she happened to bring it up, and I offered my services, and she seemed to take kindly to it. And I have no vehicle as I reside in the United States, and Eden is a friend of mine and had access to the car, and I so hired her to essentially get me to the location.
I'll just ask, are you aware that roughly an hour after your car was reported at the house, that it then burned to the ground?
I did not know that. At least I haven't read about it. I didn't see it in the papers or nothing.
Give me fast talk, or what do you want? What are you trying to roll here? And if persuasion is, yeah, that's a straight up lie, bro.
It's a rough one.
Yeah, that's.
It's not intimidation.
No, bonus die?
You do have a bonus die from Schwy Guy if you need it.
You got this.
Let's see. Which persuade? Persuade him that I wasn't being there?
Oh.
Roll it. Let me see.
All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'll allow you persuade, but I think it's gonna need a hard success.
Okay, so 45 or 5.
What?
Under 10. Wow.
Good job, Schweigai.
I literally got that from Schweigai. Thank you, Schweigai.
Bro.
It's literally the bonus die that gave me the 0, dude.
Lying to the cops.
Did not mean to.
I got nervous.
Got real nervous suddenly.
Huh.
And Charlotte, you can see sort of because you know Diarmuid so well, you can see he's cracking a bit.
Yes. Later that evening, the house itself, there was reported a loud bang, like an explosion, and then by the time the fire department could arrive, it was unfortunately a bit too late. So the house is unfortunately in ashes.
Honestly, if I'm going to interject, while tragic, it doesn't surprise me. And the reason is, so part of the reason why we are, we're chatting with Ingrid is because Ingrid suspected her husband was fiance, sorry. Her fiance was acting strange, and he left the magic show that we were in abruptly, and
in fact ran out the back
yes,
after causing a bit of a ruckus.
This is Harold Hawkins you're speaking of, yes.
Yes, and clipped Eden. By the way,
literally hit him
terrible
with his car.
It's true.
Are you all right?
So,
I'm on the mend.
Oh, I'm happy to
Still
hear
in
it.
a bad way, but
and so when we talked to Ingrid, we figured he might go to the house, and so that's why we were there.
Ah, you were there to confront Harold.
To tail him, really.
We
don't do much confronting. Well, I don't.
Did you confront him there? Did you speak with him?
Honestly, it was weird, and we confirmed he was there. And so
there was some sounds coming from the house.
Yes.
Sounds like maybe large
shouting,
shouting,
lots of shouting, and so
breaking of things.
That syncs up with our reports as well, actually, and Mr. Hawking's car was verified there that night as well.
And so we, from there, drove to Ingrid's house.
So you saw Mr. Hawking's?
Yes.
In the house.
In what sort of state? You said
He
there was shouting
erratic.
and noises.
It was hard to really see because the
Yes.
house is mostly boarded up. And we knew he was there because we knew what his car looked like.
Yes.
And the few glimpses we got were through cracks in the boarding and
the
not
window.
great visuals. Yeah.
But our main focus was ensuring Ingrid's safety, so we went back.
And Ms. Schwartz will verify this?
I believe so. I mean, after we went to the house, we went to go see her. So she have to verify that because it's true.
It's a very curious business. It's obviously finding...
Many of these cases are usually. As you well know.
Yes. Well, and tensions have been running high ever since the bodies of those 3 criminals were found inside the house. I know that.
Indeed.
Plenty of questions arose from that unfortunate occurrence.
Was anybody hurt in the fire?
No.
Not to my knowledge. Not that we've found.
So he wasn't in the house?
Harold? Memphis?
Yes.
Harold?
Yes. Well,
no.
Not Memphis, Harold. I think you just said Memphis is dead, right?
That's correct. Memphis is dead. No. Harold, as I understand it, was not present when it burnt down.
And Memphis was not found. You said you didn't find anything in the house, so his body wasn't found at the house then?
No, it was not.
Oh.
Are there further questions you have?
Not right now. Again, I thank you. Thank you for coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here's my card in case you didn't
Yes,
know.
until give you his yes, do a card swap. Yes, I do appreciate it. You all seem It's nice to hear that Ms. Schwartz has someone looking out for her. I understand this has been a very traumatizing time, so...
I can only imagine.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
If we have any further questions, I'll reach out. And likewise,
Also,
if you think of anything.
Yeah, I can think of something right now. We didn't tell you earlier. Charlotte is the doctor who checked out Eden. So just so you know, it wasn't just she was checked out.
From the car accident.
Correct.
Oh, the
Yes.
collision.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
The attempted vehicular homicide, I would call
Goodness.
it.
All right. We'll
He
make note
saw
of that.
her clearly and tried to hurt her.
Were there any witnesses to this?
I'm right here. She's right there.
All right. We'll make note. Thank you. I'm glad you're all well.
Thank
Please,
you.
please do take care.
And we are glad you're on the case.
I appreciate it.
I'm not good at psychology.
Uh-huh.
But
I know, yeah. That's
is there
never...
any...
Sometimes being worse means you roll more.
Yeah, I kind of feel
My
like
character with 8 wisdom loves rolling insight checks.
Yeah. I'm like, I kind of feel like I want to know how that went for us. Like, I kind of just want to know the grade. Like, did we get an A or what?
Can we get an A?
Oh, do you want a trophy? No kidding.
Yeah, I do. Oh, okay. That's a 16 over 10.
Okay.
And I'll spend 6 to get it to a success.
Regular success. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, as you're shaking hands goodbye, and he's kind of, getting the look of you, but also seems he seems sincerely grateful for your presence and very interested by your questions. He still has questions, clearly. So B plus?
Honestly, I'll take
Great.
it.
Eden is very familiar with
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
Yeah.
Could have been worse.
Could have been a lot worse.
A lot worse.
Technically, we didn't exactly lie. So I
Well,
feel like we did a good job.
Yeah, Diarmuid
I
definitely
You
did.
totally lied, and I was like, let's tell some
Definitely.
truth.
Yeah, I think as we're leaving, that's what as we're walking out, I'll just go, could have been worse. That's it.
And you'll see
Diarmuid.
Diarmuid will nod and then shake his head.
was gonna
and
say,
wait
you're
until
still
we
there.
leave. Yeah, until
We are
leave
still
the-
there, yeah.
Yeah, until we leave. And then once we're in the car, Diarmuid will go, okay, so
My
that
friends,
didn't go like
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to. I didn't mean to flat out lie, but I told you when they start asking questions and I didn't think about it, I'm gonna start getting weird. So
It's okay.
we'll jump
I
in
think-
there. But we have to remember, only what is true is what they can prove.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I don't think I lied. I think I said everything right because Ingrid did know we were going to go check on Harold, and we
Correct.
did want to tail him, hence why I was in the magic show.
And we did see her afterwards.
And we did see her afterwards.
She knows to be sensitive about what she says because of the reality of what happened.
Yes.
Yes. And I
But we
didn't
should
say
probably,
anything.
I don't know, like have a coffee or something with her. Just to, like,
I think maybe we should be very careful about
I guess that's
who we
true.
are see now that we've talked to the Scotland Yard.
This is true.
I don't know their budget, but you never know who's watching. Not saying you can't. It would be totally normal for us to go back there because we have a previous working relationship with her and could totally take work stuff to talk to her about.
What if we
but-
brought her flowers or soup?
That might even be very appropriate, yes.
That feels good. I honestly, I wonder how
Charlotte,
she's eating.
You want to be this underground doctor, but I think you could also be a pretty good logician.
above ground. Oh no.
Magician.
Yes, a person who logic.
Yeah. Is that?
Yeah.
Can I get paid for that,
Well, I get paid very well for it.
Morgan? No.
You get paid. Okay. All right. Sure.
I'm an investigator. You use logic in investigation.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yes.
in a
Yeah.
bad
Okay.
job.
Yeah.
You
Sure.
don't see
I have this job
Everybody
because
uses a
I
little
have
bit of
this-
logic.
I have this job because I've been trained in cryptology, and so I understand how this stuff works.
I will say I was
The doctors are
reminded.
trained logically, correct?
Yeah, it's true.
I was reminded of the fact that friends and I, when we go to see a play or a movie and we know that it's bad, we have something called a 3-block rule, where when you're walking out, you cannot say anything negative until you're at least 3 blocks away.
Oh,
That's awesome, actually.
No,
Great.
it's a very good rule
being
because
in the industry that makes
living in Los Angeles,
living in Los Angeles.
you see a lot of movies and plays. Yep.
You don't know who's listening.
The mother could be right next to you. You
Uh-huh.
never know.
Wild.
Yes. Anyway, I love that.
I suspect we'll have more questions from him in the near future. And he might want to question us separately. Not to give Morgan any ideas, but yeah.
Well, I think if we only say the things that we know,
Correct.
or that we've experienced, we should be okay. And again, after I said it out loud, I do wonder how Ingrid is doing. Just like a wellness check, honestly.
That sounds kind.
Yeah, especially with
Yes.
I'm sure it's the news now, clearly. If he could talk about it a little bit like he did, it's not secret. So
Yeah.
Has anybody been reading the paper? In fact, I didn't even think about it.
I have.
Yeah?
I mean, they don't know. They don't know anything. They just know that a killer has been found, or the person, someone is being questioned. Essentially, they don't know who. They haven't given names. The most
That
important
makes-
details are not out.
That makes sense because, journalists have integrity,
Yes,
and they don't want to publish something that's not true.
and a code and standards. Yes.
Yes.
And they also don't want to get the police on their bad side because they happen to leak information that would be pertinent and vital to have secret until he could be convicted.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So,
Is there an author's name on the article? Is that something?
Oh.
And Morgan, you can either give this to me because it matters, or you can say, yeah, but it doesn't matter. If you're like, no.
I could create a name right now, but no,
Yeah.
I would say that it doesn't matter right now,
Awesome.
unless you really want to make it matter.
I just start ruining someone's day.
what do you know?
Hey, you!
Give me information.
Acting like Batman to one solitary journalist.
That's what I
rough
was
up,
thinking.
rough up some poor British journalist. Oh dear! Oh no!
I just write what they tell me to
Actually,
write.
that's not a bad idea.
No.
Oh
No, not
Everyone,
roughing up. Sorry,
everyone.
not roughing up in a bird. not
Freedom of
roughing up in a bird.
speech.
No. Leaking
Freedom of the press.
information to the press.
But why? I don't think that we need to necessarily.
Because then the forces that be will force our investigator to look elsewhere and be distracted by what's more important to his bosses.
I
It's
think the
just
more
really
saying.
complicated to me.
I think that if we do that, we give more people the opportunity to take advantage of the fact that we are the ones who have the most information.
because if it gets traced back to us, that's like the worst thing ever.
If people are scrounging for details on this, then they would do anything to give us over.
Yeah, I'm not saying doing it now. I don't think it would work in our favor. I'm saying it's a play that we could use in case we
Oh, I
need to.
see.
We'll file it away in the tools for later.
I can hear the venom dripping from your voice.
Tools later.
I'm sorry to have ruined your pristine reputation.
Well,
I think your
I
uncle
assume-
did that before I did, but
I was going to say that had to have been sarcasm. I would say this this absolutely wasn't the worst. I wasn't hoping to get Lady Milligan caught up in it, and I think there's something real about seeing it in the paper that's not going to be as real as we'll never hear about the golf course again.
Right.
Hopefully,
It might also be prudent for us to get an official car rather than one that
Yes.
ladies you and
And
yes.
there is something to be said, and I know we will eventually handle our feelings the way that we're going to handle them, but there is something to be said about repressing things emotionally about this, or our actions around it. I'm only saying this because, so remember when I told you what happened to me like 7 months ago
Mhm.
about, so I did have to talk to the police, and it did get into the papers, and I did have to lie. And then I moved on with my life. And that was that. So I'm not sure how much we need to meddle in anything else. I think let them investigate. And we now have this wonderful gift of moving on with our lives.
The good part is there's nothing for them to search to find out if we were there because the house has been burned down. So don't really have to worry about evidence putting us at the location other than the car.
I'll also remind that even despite his own misgivings, you all do know that, if strange and inexplicable as it seemed, Scotland Yard's official explanation of the 3 thieves who died at the house was that they got into an argument about the treasures or whatever mid break-in and killed each other under very suspicious means. So there's a clear reminder that when truly faced with the strange and unusual circumstances of these kinds of crimes, more often than not, the powers that be, as you say, will default to the dumbest explanation.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think,
which is why you hire people like me.
My question now is, what do we do with the cabinet in Lorelai's apartment? Because that's not ours, and that has been seen numerous times. Anybody who would go to a Memphis show would probably recognize that cabinet.
Well, the cabinet was also at the show, and we were doing an investigation, and so
Yes,
we have
but
it
now
to investigate.
it is very far from the theater.
I mean, I think that.
Sure.
Do we destroy it? I guess is what I'm saying.
I think we wait for Lorelai to come back from the library and make that decision. I think she might have more attachment to it than the rest of us. And
destroy it now.
Rachel would be so bummed.
I know. Yes, truly, we're not going to.
Yeah,
and I
no.
would ask. You know,
She would be heartbroken.
she'd be
I think Eden says it might be a while before they start actually trying to make inventory of everything in the house.
okay.
And so we would have some time before they start asking questions.
Sure, because if
like-
the house was lit up,
Yes,
And
it's possible that it got caught there. I think also when we speak to Ingrid, there's a chance where they might try to. If Ingrid speaks to Harold, I'm not sure. If she is asked to corroborate some of the, items in the house and say whether or not something exists, she could just casually leave out the cabinet. I don't know.
sure.
But-
okay, well, I think that's
Plenty
the
of
only loose
explaining.
end. If I'm going to use logic, the only loose end that connects us is that cabinet. So when Lorelai gets home from the library, we can figure out what we want to do with that. But in the interim, I think that we should just push it out of our brains and just repress it.
Already on it.
What are you talking about?
I was gonna say, I feel like this conversation took place over the course of the rest of the day.
Oh,
As you were
yeah.
going about your business.
Absolutely.
It's now evening.
Absolutely. It's
For sure.
Mhm.
That night, Eden. As you're laying in one of the beds in Lorelai's, or the couch, I mean, what are sleeping arrangements now?
I feel like last time all three of us slept in the bed together.
That's correct.
So I feel like that's kind of what happens again.
There is, yep. Okay.
I think that just like we're all very brave during the daytime, but at night that's when our thoughts happen.
I love that.
It's true. It's true. But I think at night is when the thoughts come.
New t-shirt idea. At night is when the thoughts come.
Yes. Yeah, I think it's a situation where Eden is the largest of the three of them and like the tallest, and so like when they're sleeping, I think she's still in the middle. But I think like when the thoughts are there, she's just like sitting upright, like back against the headboard, like staring.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's where I'd be.
When sleep finally finds you tonight, it's peaceful. You almost feel weightless, floating. You can almost feel your arms out to either side. I don't imagine Eden's ever been in a sensory deprivation tank, but you can kind of imagine that's the feeling. She's certainly floated on the open water before. But your mind doesn't even think of that for a sec. And you realize around you is dark water in all directions. Until flash. And for just a moment you watch as this light carves across the waves. And you shield your eyes for a second as it's so bright. And then it moves past, illuminating the waves on either side, and as it keeps moving. And as you start to bring yourself upright, treading water in this, you can't feel the bottom, you don't know where you are. Flash! The light comes again. And you look up where the source of this might be. And even in the darkness, on this strange sea, you're able to make out the shape, this strange but very recognizable shape of a lighthouse in the distance. Flash. The light comes again, and you could swear it's slower and heavier, like it lingers upon you just a little bit longer. And you don't know if you're getting pulled closer by the tide or whatever it is, closer in the direction of this lighthouse. Something about it feels taller and bigger. Flash. The light circles you one more time. And as your eyes readjust from that glare blasting across you one more time, your eyes see at the base of the structure, the stone seems to move and writhe as if it was made of some god-awful amalgamation of stone and flesh. Pulsing, moving. And that light comes around one more time. And it stops on you. Holding this beam to your form in the midst of this sea. And it looks so much like an eye. And you're awake. And you're there in bed. Charlotte is next to you. Lorelei is gone. There's no water. There's no light. It's still dark outside. You're muted.
Eden starts this very low hum to herself. It's a song that she knows from her childhood. It's a song that she has gone years without singing it or thinking about it because she told herself she needed to grow up and that she didn't need. She wasn't a child. But it's a children's song. It's a song her mother used to sing to her with her father. And she just climbs out of bed. She's humming, and it's so low. Her voice is so low. She's not a child anymore. Her voice used to be so up high, but now it's down. It's gravelly, and she is... The back of her throat is dry, and she is hoping that maybe Lorelei will be out in the living room as she goes to get a glass of water, as she is just searching.
It takes you a second to realize what time it is. It's between 5 and 6. The sounds of birds chirping on the trees outside, but the sun has not yet risen. And there's no sign of Lorelei. There's a sign of maybe a hasty pot of tea made, but it's already cold. Make a sanity roll.
Woof. That's 74 over 65.
Oof. Okay. You take 3 points of sanity damage. As you feel like something is coming. Something out there.
Her skin, her bones, her body, it feels like it's undulating, like that beam is still flashing. With every single time she thinks about it, it's like she's shaking.
Eden?
Huh?
Lorelei?
Huh? What?
Charlotte wakes up alone in the bed, and is like, has this kind of like pit in their stomach because it's like they're alone in this bed. And she kind of like rushes up out of the room to see you. How are you standing and where are you?
Once again, left hand white knuckling the sink, right hand like grabbing the cabinet so tensely that it's shaking. Standing there.
Eden?
Yes.
Are you okay? Did you have a bad dream? Because those are pretty common with everything happening. I've had my share. You're shaking. Can I put my hand on your shoulder? Is it okay?
She nods.
Okay. Talk to me. What's going on?
I guess I did have a bad dream. I haven't had a nightmare like that since I was a kid.
The color kind of leaves Charlotte's face just a little bit because did your dream feel real, Eden? Did it feel like you went somewhere?
Yeah.
I don't want to. Dreams are where things are thin in sort of the. Remember what we learned about the ether, that dreams can kind of allow us to travel to places that our bodies can't. What happened? What do you remember?
I was on the water, and the boat was swaying, and there was a lighthouse. And as I got closer to the lighthouse, it kept putting its beam. The beam washed over me, over and over and over. And then I looked at the stones on the shore, and they were writhing like snakes.
Stones.
Yes.
Do you feel that this is a place we need to go or a place that we need to avoid?
I don't know if I can avoid it. It
Do you
felt
feel
like
it's pulling you?
Yes.
Were you alone in this dream?
Yes.
Well, you're not going to be alone. Okay? This thing, I don't know, I think it's messing with us. I think it might be a message. It might be, I don't know. You're not alone. Okay? Whatever it is, we'll go. We'll go together. Okay?
Charlotte, this has always been my biggest fear.
I don't understand.
It would have been enough if I had been seen by this thing and swallowed and eaten whole by it. It would have been fine. But being seen, it feels like I'm letting something see you and Lorelei and Diarmuid. And I'm also opening myself up to losing you and Lorelei and Diarmuid. And it feels like there's no one else in the world that understands that.
I don't want to lose you either. I don't want to lose any of you. And I think that, what time is it? It's 5:20. Okay. We can start our day. How about you and I? I'm going to make you some tea. I'm going to make you some breakfast. And then you and I are going to go to the market. By the market, there is a florist, and there are beautiful flowers at this florist. And we're going to pick out some flowers, okay? And we're going to put it together. And we're going to make an arrangement. And it'll be something that you've made with your hands. Because I think you need to make something with your hands.
Well. You have a good eye, Doctor. This is unthinkable.
It takes a long time to get it out of. What we went through was extraordinary and strange, but we have today to live. We have, what is it? It's Thursday. Can't be too sad on a Thursday. It's almost the weekend.
I guess I've never thought of it that way.
TGIT.
TGIT. A voice from God.
Sorry.
Hello?
No.
No, but if you let the darkness in without any light to shine through, you lose parts of yourself, and I don't want you to lose parts of you, Eden. So let's eat good food. Let's go to the florist. Okay?
She shuts the cabinet door, takes a step back from the sink. I don't know if the doctor is a hugger, but I think that she... Yeah, awesome, great.
Probably.
Probably.
I don't know, probably.
Yeah. They're saying she's a hugger. Yeah.
Rumors abound.
Yeah.
Roll a luck roll. No,
Truly a luck roll.
Hit or miss,
That's what I-
50.
Absolutely. Yeah, Eden will just like rush, kind of like take one step and just like give you a warm embrace. Yeah, that I don't think she says anything.
Okay.
And the two of you start your day. As Charlotte promised, you make a breakfast. You go out. You find the nearest market and the nearest florist. Yeah, you take your time. You make a day of it. Surena, you have 10 luck points from Dungeon Speedrun.
Thank you, Dungeon Speedrun.
Absolutely. Diarmuid, you're woken by the ringing telephone. No one seems to get it.
I guess it's my turn. Hello.
Hello? Mr. Raleigh, it's Ingrid Schwartz.
Oh, Ingrid, hello.
Are you all right? I'm sorry for calling so early.
Not sleeping well, but other than that, I think I'm
That
all
makes
right.
two
Are
of
you
us.
okay?
I'm, no.
Yeah.
But I'm surviving.
Sometimes that's the best we can do.
Yes.
How can I help you?
Forgive me if this feels rather strange, but I'd like to, this Saturday, 2 days from now, I'd like to invite you and Miss Danforth and Miss Shepherd and Dr. Mantis to my father's funeral, if you're able to attend.
I see.
I'm sorry, I've barely
Yeah,
even had time to process the event of it all.
no
I was
worries.
advised it was a good idea to have it, but
I would say, yeah, it's probably a good idea to say your goodbyes to your father.
it seems expected by quite a lot of people as well.
Such is society, yeah.
It would be a great comfort to me if you all could be there.
Well, I'll let the ladies know, and I'm sure that we can make it. When, and where is it?
Should give you the details, but it's Saturday. It's in 2 days, and I wrote down the church at the St. John at Hampstead Church. A nice enough, not overly ostentatious by any means. You get the sense as if it's not like a state funeral, but it's also they're expecting some people to show.
Are you doing okay? Do you need soup?
It has been rather cold outside. I mean, it wasn't the first thing I thought, but I'm willing to get soup, I guess. Do you have some? Is that what?
I make a pretty killer potato cheese soup, if you ask me. But
that does sound good.
It warms your bones, that's for sure. These times are a bit hard to be alone when the strange things in life occur.
Yes.
So, I thought it might be prudent for us to take a visit.
Certainly, yes. Yes, well, we could possibly arrange it before the funeral if you like.
I figured we'd come over today, actually. I was going to give you a quick call later and just tell you, hey, we're on our way to bring you soup.
I am sorry, I'm a bit busy with arrangements and such, but
that makes sense.
Maybe after the ceremony.
All right.
But I just want to say it's a comfort to me that there are people who truly have some idea of the kind of mixed feelings I'm having right now.
Yeah, I can't imagine being in your shoes, that's for sure.
My father has a lot of business associates and a lot of people that came out of the woodwork. It seems to be a machine running on its own at this point.
I see. Have you heard about the house?
Yes. Yeah, insurance, things of that nature. I guess I'm honestly trying not to deal with it yet. I've spoken to Harold. He seems I mean, he's in prison. I don't know I don't know how he seems fine. I guess well enough. He seems to have calmed a bit. That at least seems like some sort of a comfort.
Hey, that's good. We were contacted by Scotland Yard. They were wondering why our car was, why Eden's car was in the driveway.
Got it. Okay.
And we informed them, which is the truth, that you had asked us to take a look and find out about Harold. And
yes, yeah,
that we were there and heard some things in the house, and
that makes sense.
Right. So
absolutely.
And then we did tell them that we met with you afterwards, so they may be calling. So if they have not already,
is there anything I shouldn't tell them?
Well, I mean, obviously, a part of the things that we've already discussed, considering the things. But to be honest, they seem to think that the men that died in the house did so because they turned on each other. So I'm not sure they're going to be real good at figuring out things they have no evidence for. So, look, they've got their man, they've got the body. They're, nothing. Right. It would be hard for the investigator to push anything other than that unless he had some evidence to prove otherwise. So,
all right.
I think generally we're okay.
Okay. But yes, okay, I will echo everything you say.
I would also probably just stress to the to if they do call and start bothering you, that you're dealing with quite a bit and you need a little time.
Yes, that is
True.
I've already been making ample use of that. Yes.
Right. And you should continue to do so for some time. You have lost so much, and it is hard. And you are strong. I know you'll get through it, clearly, surviving the way you have with what was already going on. But that you need to take time.
Thank you. Thank you. And I promise we'll have a moment. But yes, things are a bit chaotic right now.
Ingrid, you can trust me when I tell you to take time. I lost my wife and son at the same time. And I didn't take enough time to mourn, and I regret it every day.
Thank you. I'm sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch soon.
Yes.
Bring you that soup I promised.
Yes. And I'll see you Saturday at the chapel.
Aye, you will.
Thank you.
I'm assuming we should dress nice then, yeah?
Yes. Yeah. It's I think it's going to be...
Just wanted to make sure.
As awful as it sounds, there's going to be a fair number of stage performers there. I apologize in advance for them, but they were my father's people, so...
Of course,
but
they deserve to be there, too.
But yes, I imagine people will be dressed quite formally, so...
Understood. All right, Ingrid, it was lovely to hear your voice.
Yours as well. Thank you. And she hangs up.
Diarmuid hangs up. So, we're going to a funeral.
And there's no response from the rest of the house.
Okay.
Set it to yourself. But
where did everybody go?
I think that because too many people have been disappearing, I leave a note. I leave
yes,
a note
please.
and a croissant
Thank you,
on a
because I did not
counter
want to
for
start
you.
freaking out.
Don't
Because
freak
now
out.
I'm alone.
I
Now
know.
I'm alone.
No, a note solves so much, you guys.
Please.
It does.
Please. That is true. This is just a thing about Call of Cthulhu where it is like, boy, there are mysterious disappearances just all over the place.
All the time.
All the time.
But also, it's the 1920s.
Yeah.
Communication ain't what it is now.
No.
People
Yeah,
just
DNA
disappear
doesn't exist.
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, all
Leave
the
a
time.
note, leave a croissant, and we'll be back.
Right. A note
Truly
and a
just
baked
BRB.
BRB. We're okay. Not abducted by outer
Fine.
demons.
Yeah. Fine by me. I'll leave another note and tell them I'm going to see a certain doctor.
Do you leave a note about a funeral at all?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
So, Ingrid called.
Make sure you
Funeral
have-
on Saturday. Spoke to her about Scotland Yard. She's very sad. We should bring her potato soup.
Make sure you have funeral attire for Saturday.
Yeah, and also formal attire on Saturday. Also, side note, lots of performers at the funeral. She apologized in advance.
Maybe that means there'll be magic at the funeral. Who knows?
That's what I'm thinking.
Ooh.
They're gonna make the body disappear.
Oh no! Why bury it? Well, you could just make it disappear.
Sleight of hand.
That's what we would have
That's
wanted.
what Harold was trying to do.
I mean, it's true. Ooh. His greatest trick that he couldn't complete.
It's me, a shovel, and this dirt. Let's see what we can make happen.
Charlotte and Eden, do you bring back the floral materials, or do you stay out while you're doing these things? Describe to me your day.
I think that I want to like make it at the house. So I think Eden and I are in the floral shop picking out anything you want. Anything you want, Eden. Just pick it up and we'll make it work.
Eden has the same exact reaction that I just had, which is like like a kid in a candy store that just got told like you can get anything you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eden's face flushes because Eden is a gamekeeper, and worries about tending to things, but like is mostly just like doesn't really think about like the kinds of flowers there are, and so just like picks one of not everything, but like it's kind of a like, and this one's blue, and we'll give it to you, and then be like, oh, but this one's purple, which is different than blue, and they're pretty close, but they're different enough that maybe they will look good. It's gonna be a very bad book.
It's just gonna be colorful. We'll make it work.
Yeah, it's
You just
one
need
of
a
every
bunch of
flower.
baby's breath. Just get some neutrals in there. Get some ribbon.
It's gonna work. Zen, the art of Zen floristry.
Yeah,
Yes,
floral
right.
arts. There you go.
Yes, yeah,
Floral
love that.
arts.
Love that. I've
I
never
think
done
we-
that, but it always bouquet. Like, yeah, love
That's
that.
pretty.
Yeah, I feel like we do bring it back.
Great.
Yeah.
As you're
Yeah.
walking back through the park, through just taking the rain seems to have stopped for the day, and so it's a little brighter day, and the sun is out, and your arms are full, and you're having a pleasant enough time, as getting through it and laughing when you can. Charlotte, a car drives by. Just drives in front of you, and you stop. You're not standing in the street or anything, but you almost like drop something as you're standing on the curb. And as it does, the sun reflects off the windshield in such a way that a sharp glare seems to reflect into your eyes, like a brief, bright lens flare where all you see for a moment is white. And even though your hands are kind of full, you almost reflexively lift your hand to your face to block the light. And Eden, you see her sway for a second. As Charlotte, you're taken by a strong sensation of vertigo. Like you better sit down quickly before you fall down.
I
And so
think, yeah.
Please.
Oh, I think with that, I think Charlotte makes like a sigh, like a groan, and she kind of like gets in sort of like a down position, because I don't want to fall, because I've treated patients with vertigo, and I want to get close to the ground in case I pass out, or
Sure.
in case so my eustachian or my tubes in my ears or whatever causes vertigo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget what they're called too, but yes, they're
Yeah.
in your inner ear. Yes.
Yeah, inner ear.
Yeah. And Eden, you do your best to kind of, maybe like take the flowers out of her hands to like
Yeah.
give her, yes.
Immediately.
And you, Charlotte, you half stumble and you make it to a kind of like squatting and then a sitting position. And you still have your hand up to your head. And as you make it to the seating on the stone ground, you pull your hand away to steady yourself and put it back. And your eyes open. And your breath catches in your throat. Because your vision clears, the white is gone, and you realize you're no longer where you just were. You're still seated, only now instead of a stone ground, you're sitting on a carpeted floor in an unfamiliar room. A small living room in what feels like a one-bedroom apartment. You have never been here before. It's dark. The drapes are pulled tight over the windows. Your eyes take a moment to adjust. Give me a spot hidden roll. If you need it, you have a bonus die from Dungeon Speedrun.
Thank you, Dungeon Speedrun. Spot hidden, you say?
Yes,
That is a regular success.
a regular success. You are looking in all directions. It's very disorienting. As it went from a very bright place to a very dark place. And you're seated and you look down at this carpet. It's an unfamiliar color and shade. It's not particularly nice or expensive. And you look up, and what you see are mirrors. Mirrors all over this little apartment. Little handheld ones and large full body ones. And little arrangements all around. And you do a double take. When you look at the reflections across these surfaces, it doesn't look like your reflection. And you almost look away. It's like something is faded or just like blurred, because you are still disoriented again. But the last thing you see, wedged in a corner of this room, is another cabinet, exactly like the one in Lorelei's garden. And then, and the brightness of the light is back in your eyes, and you are back sitting on the stone sidewalk as Eden stands over top of you, and you're just, oh.
Are you okay?
Make a power roll, please.
Oh my goodness. Ugh. I have bonus die I can use. Can I use it on power roll? Or
Yes,
no?
you can. Yes, you can. You have a bonus die from Schweigai.
Thank you, Schweigai.
Oof.
That's worse. Fail.
Okay. And also make a sanity roll for me.
That's where your girl has not good scores, everyone. Oh, 34 under 41.
Wow.
Huh.
You still take 1 point of sanity loss,
Okay.
but and something is bleeding into the edges of your mind. And you had just been talking to Eden about dreams. But you weren't dreaming. You weren't sleeping. What the hell was that? And that's where we're going to stop tonight.
Evil.
Oh no.
Evil, Morgan.
Absolutely evil.
I had to do a shorter episode tonight, my loves.
It feels like it's only been 30 minutes.
I gotta save the funeral until Rachel is here, but we have
Yep.
so much more excellent stuff coming. And I could watch these beautiful souls roleplay all night. But yeah, bad things are coming. I love you guys. We will have plenty to talk about in the short rest, I'm sure. And as I said, next week, be on the lookout for part 1 of this amazing 2-part event that we did in our new studio space. We're calling it Past Tense. It's an amazing 2-part forbidden special event. Sure, we're calling it that. Special event, and Ron can attest. It's awesome. I'm not overselling it. It's pretty awesome. But we do like to end every episode by reading off the names of certain higher level patrons in styles of their choosing. I've sent them all into your email threads. Do we have them all in front of us?
Me too.
Excellent. Okay, let me pull this up. Where were we? Anyway, where is my mind? Every episode could end with the Pixies singing "Where Is My Mind."
It's true, actually.
It's
And that's,
honestly true.
Extremely accurate.
so perfect for Call of Cthulhu in general.
If the Pixies would just let us license that music, I would just play it at the end of every episode.
Any member of the Pixies, are you listening?
Hey, Frank Black.
Hey.
Hey, can you just give us the one
know, just-
song?
Just that
one
little
song.
one song. You gave it to David Fincher.
Don't be stingy.
All right. With our suggestions tonight, we're going to start with Team Force of Shadow. I'm pulling from some new ones and from some older ones. This is an older one that I liked and I wanted to use for Team Force of Shadow. It feels appropriate. From Little House Journals, the suggestion is home inspectors finding some minor flaws for Team Force of Shadow.
So how's it looking?
I don't want to abracadabra your mood here, Mrs. Marie, but there's a Lincoln break in the gas pipes underneath your bathroom. That ain't good.
Oh, it's not like it's like you could just kind of like abracadabra it, right?
I mean,
Like I could still sell it, right? The
But
house, I could still sell it.
If you don't address it right now, you, unfortunately, the foundation in your house is gonna fail. Waffle. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
You'll be lucky if you'll get 5 Idaho Judds for it. If I'm being honest.
Yeah. Yep.
And look,
Yep.
I when I say this already, I can hear myself saying, and I think I'm nuts, but you got a whole nest of black Kakari.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy,
we didn't want to tell you about the nest.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell you about the nest. These guys.
Yeah.
But I got a guy. Don't worry. I got a
Okay.
gateway guy who
Oh, gosh.
specializes
Oh,
in
God.
exterminating black
Best.
Kakaris.
He's the best gateway guy you ever
Yes.
seen. You
Yeah.
don't even
Yes.
know.
Creates a nice little gateway, and those black Kakaris, they just
I'm
walk on
definitely
out.
allergic. If I
Walk
get
right
stung
out.
by a black Kakari, I will die.
Yeah, tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real
I've been
nasty way to
stung
go.
7 times. It's fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine. I'm pretty sure allergies. Yeah, you'll be good.
Anyway, that'll be $100,000.
Oh my God.
Each. We all come from 3 different places.
With
Required by
specialists.
law. Required by law.
Thank you, Team Force of Shadow.
So coherent. Good for us.
I love this.
It
I
really
look at
was. It was coherent. We
You know what?
sped through it.
think this
I
team.
think the coherency is because we always try to use other people's names as their names. You made it Marie, and I was like, oh, we're talking to Surena.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I think it was coherent. It's like we all agreed.
Yeah,
Surena,
perfect.
we need to
Yes,
tell
this
her
is
things she
Surena.
doesn't know about the house.
Help me. This house is bad.
I love this one. For Team Force of Light, we have a suggestion from Idaho Judd, and I'm sure we'll all love this too. A tarot card reading gone wrong.
Oh, sorry. Great for Surena. This is so great for Surena. Okay, yes or no question or something, or what kind of question?
Yes, if you want to ask a yes or no question, you're more than welcome to, although it doesn't give the spirits that festive life preserver to hold on to as they come through me to you.
So, like, what should I do to make it like a dungeon speed run, the dungeon speed run for them to like give me that message like ASAP? How should I ask?
Can I see your hands? Can I hold them?
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
We're going to pick a card together. It's the Angel Devilson card.
Oh.
That's a good one, though,
Yes,
right?
it's a very good one, but I feel something coming through me. I feel a spirit, perhaps.
Yes. I enjoyed racing in my days as a city racing girl.
Oh my gosh, it's my
And you
queen.
shouldn't do dungeon speed runs. Because ever since I drove off that road on Fenderill Way, my life was ended.
I see lights. Let's pull another card. A Braba. Lights, sirens. A Ghost Buster Quick Response Unit was called.
Hey, look, I got bit by a black Akari, and now I'm a voice here. Look, my name's Braba, and I hate to be a ghost who's so unbearably loquacious, but if you get black Akaris under your baseboard, don't mess with them.
This is going really not well for me, is it?
I'm not gonna lie. This is the first time they've actually been audible. This is the first time I said it was coming through me. I was lying. I just want to just Jules. Okay, now ghosts are real. I'm sorry. What?
I didn't.
Wow, this lady, I thought she had some abilities, but she's just a dual mask. One when you're real and one when you're not.
The two of masks. Draw the two of masks.
The two of masks.
Oh.
Again, don't get bit by a black Hikari.
Yes, and don't drive fast like the city racing girl.
Wow.
Thank you, Team Force of Light.
Go surreal.
That definitely did go wrong. That was
No, not. It went so badly, actually.
It's actually very wrong.
When you
Why
do
did it-
arrow and ghosts show up, I think
Yeah,
you're doing
yeah.
something wrong. I think you're doing
I-
something
That's
wrong.
not
That leg-
even what's happening there.
That
Like-
legit felt like Whoopi Goldberg and Ghosts. Honestly,
Yes.
was what
Yeah.
that felt like.
That's why I came in with the guy who just died with black Hikaris, because that was like.
By the way, if you think I've forgotten that deck of tarot that you rolled a critical success on, or no, it was 100.
Yeah.
You rolled 100
100.
on,
Yeah.
or
wow.
I rolled 100 on. Just basically, if you think that sword of Damocles isn't still out there, you would be incorrect.
Ah, yes, the sword
Cool.
of
Anyway, I got lots of tools to mess with these
Excuse
folks.
me while I pull out my sword of Damocles.
Ha-ha!
Haha.
We will see you real soon, friends. I love these players, and I love you all, and I love this story. Thank you so much. Thank you to Alex, who's doing our tech behind the
Thank
scenes.
you, Alex.
Thank you, Alex. Love you, Alex.
Sean will be back soon, but Alex has been filling in so beautifully, and we have so much more fun. We teased it last week. We're recording a Return of the Stormborn very soon, friends. We can't believe it. I can't hardly believe it ourselves. But that is happening real soon. So we have so much more fun stuff coming on the channel. But I can't wait to keep telling this story. So thank you, everybody. Take care of yourselves. Don't read the news for too long. Self-care, and take care of each other. Humankind. Be both.
Be both.
Bye,
I love
friends.
you, man.
We love